Good morning and welcome to another video. So today we're going to talk about being honest and what it can do for you and what not being honest will do for you. So let's talk about not being honest. What's that going to do to you? It's going to hold you back, right? If you got something going on with yourself in your mind, physically, mentally, whatever it is, like I had addictions and I was not honest about it, and I stayed in my addiction for years. I mean, I am 34 years old, and my addiction probably started about 10 years ago. So I had 10 years of addiction to alcohol, right? And it just held me back. I had my friends telling me, hey man, like, maybe you should cut back, maybe you shouldn't drink, maybe you need some help. And every time they would tell me that, I would disagree with them. I would get all hyphy, and no, I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue. And then it finally came to the point where, yeah, I do have an issue. You know, I started getting DUIs. I started having bad relationships. I started being a bad father. And at some point in there, I finally realized I do have an issue. I do need help, right? So once I was honest with myself about it, then I was able to go start finding help. And that's kind of when my life started turning around, and I really just changed myself as a person. And that kind of just led into more things. Then I started looking at my mental health. Like, you know, what is going on with my mental health? Am I holding on to past relationships? Am I holding on to hurts from when I was in school or when I was a kid or in my early 20s from breakups? Like, am I really holding on to it? And instead of continuing to lie about it and say, no, it's okay, it's just part of life, I actually started having to look at it like this really is an issue, right? And then I looked at myself and I noticed that I was having high anxiety. And then I would go through days where I was super depressed. You know, I would have a couple weeks where I would felt super great, and then a couple days where I was depressed. And after a while, I kind of noticed, like, this doesn't really seem like something that's really normal. So in the past, I would have been ashamed of that, and I would, you know, I'm a man, I gotta be tough. I'm not gonna go ask for help. But finally, I realized that maybe this isn't something I can take care of on my own. So I had to be honest about that and like really look at my issue and then bring that issue up to a doctor, right? And then my doctor listened to the issues that I had, and sure enough, I was diagnosed with bipolar type 2, which is it's high anxiety and depression, and it will make times where I'll have a great couple weeks, and then 2-3 days I'll be just super, super down, okay? So don't be ashamed of things that might not be quite right with yourself, all right? Be honest with yourself. If you really truly want to become a better person and you want to have better things in your life, then you're really going to have to accept, and this is what I talked about in my last video, you're going to have to accept some of these things that you don't like, but you really do need to accept it and be honest about it in order to be able to change it, all right? So if you got to go ask somebody for some help, go do that. If you got to go talk to your doctor, go talk to your doctor. Don't be ashamed, all right? We all have ailments. It's just how it is. We've all grown up in a world where we've had things coming at us all the time. That's just how it is. And if you really want to start working on this thing, you want to start working on your brain, then you need to go ask for help, and you need to be honest with yourself, okay? So if you like this video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, share, like, and I appreciate it. Y'all have a blessed weekend.